computer. Okay, good evening, everyone, to these weekly Pleiadian channelings and gatherings every evening at 7 p.m. on Saturday in Ireland. Today's date is the 14th of December, 2024, and Christmas is almost upon us, and time has most definitely speeded up. And this year has gone even faster than the last couple of years. And there's been lots of sightings and lots of things going on, lots of discoveries and revelations and new beginnings and endings of old situations. Earlier, I was very upset to hear that the news that Biden's son has been, what is the word I'm looking for? Let off the hook by Biden, which is just horrendous. I've no words to describe that situation. But it certainly speaks volumes about Biden and children. And I've really nothing else to say on that. So anyway,
well, it's only a small chess move in the battle or game between dark and light. It's only a small move, not a big one.
yeah, but it just feels like Biden is really saying a big fuck you to the children and the parents and the rest of the world. It's just a big it doesn't feel like a small thing. But it does feel like he's saying a big fuck you on his way out. It does feel like that. But anyway, you could be right. You know, I I don't know what to say. Where are the white hats? Where's Q? What like where are we? Collectively, where are we? Like, are we going to allow that to? I personally, I find that is. I feel like it's a huge thing. I feel like it's a huge thing, Dennis, and it just like anyway. Let's clear all that energy and just let it go, because I guess what will be will be. Oh, I got a hair clip here. Okay, so forgive me for doing this on camera, but I have to put my hair up. Okay, Dennis. So, darling, would you like to start with the prayers, please? You're on mute, Dennis. You still there, Dennis?
Okay, hear me?
Just about.
All right. So I did warn you there could be issues with the sound. Anyway, if you can hear
I
me,
know, darling. Try and shout.
I will say the law of one prayer, and after I will say the I am light mantra. So we are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks that this is done. It is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks. This is done. It is so. Another time. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks. It is so. Thank you. And the I am mantra. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. So let us begin with a very... Dennis, had you finished? Because I was kind of in and out there.
What?
Have you finished, darling?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you want to turn your camera on?
Thank you. No.
Okay. Okay, so let us begin with a very short meditation, just to help you to get more into the space, to connect more with us. Visualize, see, sense, feel, smell, become aware of a beautiful blue energy or a blue dot expanding and expanding in all directions in a circular expansion from the center point of blue light with Jesus in front of you, Merlin on your right, Ashtar behind you, and Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene on your left, also with the archangels in love and light, and your spirit guides in love and light, those in heaven that love you, that have your best interests at heart. So many of you heard the call of humanity and chose to be here on your planet now. Take some deep breaths in through your nose, down to your belly, hold, and then release. Breathe out through your mouth. And you can do this 2 or 3 or 4 more times. And if you wish, you can also feel shackles on your feet coming loose and breaking apart naturally. You may even see someone placing a key and unlocking them, unlocking the restrictions of that has been placed on you and humanity as a collective. We were just sharing some words a few moments ago with Soma. And we were showing, thank you, we were showing her an image of a roundabout, a children's roundabout. And we were showing her that this has slowed down for December and January, but it will increase again in January, around the second, thank you, around the second week of January. It will start to, okay, hold on. It will start to, thank you. It will start to increase again in momentum and build to a faster pace. Which is much to do with the energy of 2025, where situations, experiences, events, disclosures, it will be a very busy year in 2025. We are also showing her other images, hold on, thank you, of many different newspapers with many different articles happening rapidly on a daily basis, where things will most definitely, thank you, most definitely speed up. And we've always said that the 6 months from now, meaning the January, February, March, April, May, June 2025 will be, thank you, and September and November will be very important months. So we wish for you and Soma to take note of these months, June, September, and November in 2025. They're making me laugh because they're showing me personal images. Oh. Oh, God. There is, we can confirm through not just Soma, but other vessels who channel and not just us, but other beings, that there will indeed be many sightings and some landings that have already occurred. You will need to be very, very discerning about these upcoming worldwide events regarding landings and sightings. You are being prepared for a landing. That is why there has been one of the reasons why there's been such an increase in various different sightings of various different objects in your sky, because you are being encouraged, you are being led to look up at different crafts and objects and technology that are real and Soma is looking for another word other than fake. Genuine and misguided. Real and unreal. Simultaneously occurring, and you will need to be very discerning over the next few years of these experiences, situations, very discerning. We said before that the real ones are much more likely, or are the ones that you see covered up, or the ones with you where you see much less exposure on the mainstream media. And these events to come, these occurrences to come, will be on the mainstream media. And the more genuine ones, will not be so widely or publicly shared. But these events are to come. We guarantee it. This is part of your ascension, part of your evolution on Earth, is to accept us, to accept other like beings, to accept our star nations, our star brothers and sisters, your star brothers and sisters, of which we are part of, but we are not the only ones. There are many of us. There are many of you on different planets. The universe is living, breathing. Your planets, your suns, your stars, your moons, all have a living, breathing energy of their own, meaning that your Earth is alive and has an energy all of itself. There is nothing that does not have energy. Nothing living, at least. Plants, flowers, seeds, water, crystals, animals, birds, bees. Everything has an energy. Everything that has a consciousness and awareness. Everything that looks through two eyes. Everything that breathes. Everything that needs water to survive, such as plants, earth itself, trees. birds, animals, all is energy. Thank you, there will be revelations, revolution, and a revealing. These are some of the words we were sharing earlier with Soma. There will, okay, hold on. Revelations, revolutions, and evolution is really what is occurring, and is really what ascension is all about. You are in an evolutionary period of humanity. Nothing is bigger than this. Nothing that has gone before, and nothing really that is to come is bigger than this. This is epic times that you are in. We wish for you to, we would advise for you, we would encourage you to look at somatics and sound and energy, and that will, and we've said this before through others in your history, that sound will become will be used for healing in the future, and this will take off and have its own evolution and its own uprising or development. This will develop rapidly. Sound being used as a source of healing, which many of you are bringing to the masses now as we speak. New technologies, new sound, not so much new sound, but new sound being heard. Thank you. Sound being heard for the first time through different technologies that are able to bring through frequencies that haven't really been heard for a very long time on your planet, because you have, or rather it has been instigated that humanity de-evolve, brought about by a negative influence, a negative ET influence and agenda and beings running your planet for far too long. And this is changing now. Dennis, are you still there? Dennis, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, darling. How long do we have? Dennis?
Oh, I don't know. 20 minutes or so, maybe.
What?
I might be in reception for 20 minutes.
Okay. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. We have so much information for you, and Soma never feels like she has enough time to get out everything that we have to say. So bear with us in the following days, weeks, months, years ahead. We have so much more information to share with you. Soma is planning to sit down this Christmas and complete in book form a lot of the information that we have shared with her to date. from the time of her first book. And then when that work is complete, she and we, perhaps, but mostly she, will feel more able to bring forth new information, freeing up the pipes, cleaning, letting go, renewing, revealing. Sometimes humans can often get stuck with old energies, and sometimes you need to clean up or let go, sometimes of very physical things like storage or objects in your houses, or you often refer to these spring cleanings where you are cleaning out old energy and letting go of old objects, which do also contain energy. So it is a letting go for Soma of, and an allowance to move forward and allow information to come through more rapidly in a quicker way, which also is linked and has to do with the energies on your planet being very intense and becoming more so in January. Many of you are feeling this. Many of you have been resting. Some of you have been resting in December, feeling a wave of energy, even unconsciously, that is coming towards you in January. And we would again say that this is most likely in the second week of January 2025. And we recommend, we suggest that when we say you, we mean the collective humans, to make it a priority to, before January, or the second week in January, to have a good clear out of old energy, whether it is a physical in your homes or your work or your offices or buildings or structures or rooms, or whether it is old emotions and old situations, and bring healing if it is to do with grief or loss or sorrow of old relationships. Allow the new in. Step into your heart energy and let that move you forward. Let that be your guidance. Let that be your light. Let that be your love. Let that be your essence. Let that be your breath. Let that be your sound. Let that be your frequency. Let that be your lesson. Let that be your vibration. Let that be your everything. Everything. And step into it. We have often said love is a frequency that can be measured, and therefore anything that can be measured can be created, including the love frequency. If you are feeling down, alone, depressed, especially this Christmas or any Christmas, know that you are loved by us, by Jesus, by many light beings, by your spirit guides, by Arcturians, by the Andromedas, by Lyrans, by the Pleiades, by us being the Pleiadians, Jesus and Ashtar. If you're feeling down and alone at Christmas, most especially, this is a very emotional time for so many of you, without family, without loved ones, without people around you. Step into that frequency and create your own love frequency, your own joy, your own happiness. You are the creators of your own reality. You are the masters of your own abundance. You are the artists of your own life and lives, past, present, and future. We will most definitely share more information regarding timelines in the future. Now would be a good time for questions.
Could the this is Mark. Could the Pleiadians discuss a little bit more what Christ consciousness actually means? Is that just a way of feeling, a way of being? I'm curious about them explaining more about that.
It is an amazing question that you should be asking, given what we've just shared. A large aspect of Christ consciousness is love. Christ consciousness is an energy consciousness, frequency, vibration that is operating in a higher dimension of love. Basically, you could call, oh, thank you. That is one, thank you. That is one of the reasons why Soma always feels such a strong sense of love when we are with her. Whether she is downloading transmissions or not, whenever we show up next to her, around her, with her, surrounding her, she feels an immense love times 1,000. This energy that we are in, that we carry, that we bring forth, that we have expanded in, has been part of our own evolutionary period that we have also undertaken. You could say that we were also once like you and where you are now, and we have had our own journey of evolution, which has brought us to a higher dimension of love. So this Christ consciousness that you are, your question that you are asking about, it is a frequency of love operating in a higher, or existing in a higher dimension. Jesus came to your planet operating from a higher dimension, operating from a higher source. We have always said to Soma that Jesus is one of us. He is Pleiadian. And within in him contains Christ consciousness. This is what his mission was to bring to the earth. It was not, and it is not, just about his life and his teachings during the duration of his life, but rather it was an energy that he brought to us in a very physical way through his having a lifetime on Earth, through his physicality in a human body on Earth, or half human body on Earth, what you could call a hybrid, or what Soma would call a hybrid. It was about him bringing forth, opening the door to an evolutionary period which began in his lifetime, an awakening of consciousness that comes from a higher dimension that is love in a higher dimension. You could say it is our, thank you, you could say it is our dimension, and it is the frequency of love, which is why one of the reasons why he shone, why so many of you shine. We will expand more on this in future gatherings, future downloads, future transmission. But for now, does that explain enough?
Yes, I guess I was just going to follow up. Would they consider that like the Holy Spirit, or is that a completely separate question?
The Holy Spirit is a segment or an aspect of Christ consciousness. We are showing Soma an image of water, of the ocean, and droplets. You could say, okay, you could say that the Holy Spirit is an aspect of Christ consciousness, which is why we are showing her, Soma, an image of the ocean and droplets of water. But we would also add, with perhaps a word of caution or discernment to have, is that your religions have changed the history of humanity and written many falsehoods, many false words, and put these false words into your history books, including the Bible, including religion, including science, including history, in every system, in every piece of knowledge, has been changed, adapted to suit the negative, thank you, adapted to suit the negative agenda by the negative agenda. We're showing an image to Soma of Sydney, where there will be Soma doesn't really like giving predictions, but here we are. So we are showing Soma an image of Sydney in Australia and other areas in Australia and also New Zealand and the surrounding islands, the smaller islands in those areas in Australia and New Zealand where there will be discoveries made. In 25, 26 and 27, discoveries made in Sydney, New Zealand, and smaller islands surrounding these countries. Hawaii is also a place that will be present in your news. Hawaii.
When you mentioned discoveries in Sydney, would it be in reference to any underground facilities?
Thank you. You've just answered by asking. You've just answered that. Deep underground, and some not so deep. Some underwater, some under earth, some in caves. More is to come to light. And as you were asking the question, Soma was asking herself, has there already been discoveries in Australia? She was asking this to herself because you asked the question and she was asking herself, well, has there been discoveries already? Because you are asking. But yes, we can confirm there will be. To come. And today's date is the 14th of December 2024. So there will be revealing revelations, we said earlier to Soma, to come. Not just in these places, but many others. There will be. We're showing Soma an image of a huge, what looks like a stone or a circle. Huge. Being found to say this is huge is an understatement. This is ginormous. A circular object. Almost perfectly circular. There will also be discoveries in Egypt. Underwater or under the seabed discoveries.
Some people have mentioned about merfolk coming forward in 2025. Do you believe that is a possibility?
Please, can you repeat the question for Soma?
Is it possible that merfolk, mermaids, undersea life forms could come forward next year as so many people have started to channel this information?
This is a very interesting question. So these beings and others already exist in higher dimensions. And some of these beings, such as Sasquatch, which is new information for Soma that we are giving her right now, some of these beings, so some of these, this question is fascinating to Soma. There are many beings, such as mermaids, Sasquatch, even giants, unicorns, and other beings that Soma cannot find the words for. Even fairies and elves and goblins and many different names or beings that exist in higher dimensions, not just us. And these higher dimensions are, as you are going into more and more as time goes on into ascension, and time has speeded up, two important aspects here. You will begin to see more being revealed. You will be in a higher state of consciousness, a higher state of awareness, and therefore these beings will be more visible. It's not that these beings are coming into your vibration, rather that you are going into a higher frequency, a higher vibration, a higher awareness, a higher consciousness, in order to be, that will give you the ability to see some of these beings. What else? There was something else there. What was that you were showing me? Come on. Oh, thank you. These beings, the vast majority of them that live on the other dimensions, some of them are able to step in and out of different dimensions. They're able to jump and even jump timelines. So sometimes some of these beings have been sighted, such as Sasquatch, because they jump in and out of dimensions, realities, portals, timelines. They have these abilities. Most importantly, the Sasquatch has all these abilities. So it is not that they are really showing up. It is, they've always been there on different dimensions and different realities. And there was a point in your history where you de-evolved. Humanity as a whole de-evolved and became unconnected to us and other dimensions and other beings. So it is more where you devolved in your recent history, at the time of Atlantis being a prime example, and you were no longer able to communicate readily with us and other beings like us, such as Lyra and Sirius. And of course, we are meaning the vast majority of you. There are always exceptions. And starseeds have been seeded into your Earth now in order to bring the evolution that is necessary. And we will be, most definitely, we will be sharing more, discussing more about DNA codes, very specific DNA codes that have been essential to place in you being humanity, where we've placed, very physically placed on a higher dimension, we have placed very specific codes for the starseeds to navigate, get through, manage, maintain, cope with ascension. Very specific codes that we will be discussing much more in the future. We've already shared some of the information about these codes, and we have shared that one of these codes includes or is regarding being grounded. And that when you activate this DNA code, let us call it the grounding code for starseeds. Let us call it the grounding code for starseeds, where this code allows you to stay connected to Earth. And this is essential in these times of ascension. You can activate this code by laying down on the earth, even walking barefoot, and to a lesser degree, even by being outside, connecting with trees, with nature, with Mother Earth. When you do that, you unlock keys, or rather keys are being turned and doors are being opened to access these codes that also operate or exist within a higher dimension, a higher awareness, a higher consciousness, a higher vibration, a higher frequency, a higher sound even. Or also we could say hidden within you. These codes are hidden within your bodies in a very physical way and are about to become unlocked and released and revealed. Many of you will relocate over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years, even perhaps 5, 6, 7 years, and you will be feeling a shift or a pull or a call to be in a different, and we include you in this, Julia, where you are being called to a different land to unlock some of these keys within your body, to unlock some of these DNA codes within your body, to bring more consciousness to certain areas, which is why the majority of starseeds are so well traveled. We would like to we don't like using the word end, and Soma does not either like using the word end, but we prefer to use the word pause there for this evening and continue these sharings with you. Soma would like to ask, and before she does, let us also say that we always welcome your questions, and we will ensure that Soma gets to them. And we would like to thank those here this evening for asking the questions and allowing us to get the information to you, allowing us to give you the answers by asking the questions, which are so needed. So we will ensure that Soma does get to them, not always on our time, which is different to your Earth time, most definitely. So with that said, do keep sending in the questions and have patience. This comes from more from Soma than us, where she is really asking you to have patience in her finding the time to sit down and give our answers. Dennis, do you have any questions?
No, I don't. Thank you. That was excellent sharing. Thank you.
Oh, we thank you. You're funny. So beautiful. So beautiful. We thank you, as always, for being here now and in the future. Send in your questions. Soma will include all the questions she has in her new book that she has received so far. And any she will receive over the next few weeks. This book will not take long, as we have already shared the vast majority of the information with her. Rather, she is just putting it out to the public. We love you. Love wins. Look after your animals. Look after your horses. Look after your cattle. Look after your pets. Not just your pets, but your farmed animals deserve as much love, nurturing care, and respect as your pets. We would like to, and we will share more in the future, but just briefly, we would like to acknowledge that there will be a releasing of children from tunnels. We thank you for being here this evening. And we will pause the recording.